Indie Filmmaking with Aaron Carlson, a CCC Studios production. Let's fucking go.
What is happening, y'all? Good afternoon on this Tuesday, January 20th. Hope everybody's doing well. I am jacked up. And if you hear that music, let's turn it up a little bit, shall we? Just so you guys can hear it. Because it's cool. Just a little bit. It's fine.
Sands in the deserts tell the story of time.
You know what I mean? Okay. So, since I'm on a high right now, I wanted to jump on and get an episode of Indie Filmmaking Live out there to you guys this week. I won't go too long tonight, but I just wanted to touch base on something I'm super excited about that you guys have all kind of given me some inspiration for. There's a lot of activity going on with this new idea and this new film we're working on called The Stranger. It's a cocaine western. An idea I've had in my head for at least 20 plus years, maybe 23. I've had it forever, early 2000s. This shit got in my head. And I wanted to kind of go over it. What's up? What's up, kid? How are you doing, bro? I wanted to kind of go over it a little bit and give everybody an update on where we're at production-wise so far. And it's early on. I've got a lot of messages from people, ranging from actors to people who would love to help out in any way, shape, or form. Casting, crew, wardrobe, locations, everything. I mean, you guys are really coming out of the woodwork to be a part of this. And I want to give you guys an all heads up of how this is hopefully going to work. And keep everybody in tune with what we've got coming up in the months to come, where we're at right now, and hopefully when we can begin the process of filming. Okay, and it's going to be kind of crazy. So, let me start with The Stranger. So, like I said before, this shit's been in my head for 20 plus years. I remember when I got the idea. Sam was working as a bartender. And actually, then, yeah, it was about 2004 or 5, I think. Maybe 20 years, guys. 21. She was working, and I remember I had just the day before rewatched Scarface. Okay, it's been one of my favorite movies in my entire life. Saw it with my dad when I was a kid, and that story, the characters always resonated with me. You know, that anti-hero type character, someone who struggled with good, ended up going too bad. Anyway, I remember sitting at the bar, and I was talking to somebody, I can't remember who. And we were discussing films and whatnot. And we started talking about Westerns in general, what our favorite Westerns were. You know, I had a few in my head, Long Riders, Outlaw Josie Wales, stuff like that. Some of the older ones that really popped in my head. You know, Good, Bad, Ugly, all the spaghetti stuff is all cool. But the coolest thing was at the time we were chatting about it, and this guy was talking to me through an idea, and he was like, "Yeah, it'd be cool to see a Western, that we could make up here in the Pacific Northwest." And I'm like, "Yeah, that would be cool because it's beautiful. You know, we've got mountains, we've got rivers and streams, we've got woods, we've got Eastern Washington, and it's got more of a authentic Western look. You know, there's everything's up here that we need to make." And I kept thinking, I'm like, "Yeah, it'd be cool if there was a Western town up here. We could do something." Now, at that time, I wasn't a really good filmmaker. You know, I had just started making movies. I had no idea what I was doing, but I could kind of envision it. And then I sat there and I spit it to this guy. And I was just like, it'd be really cool. Something that I would love to see is like cowboys doing drug deals in the West. And the dude lit up. He was like, "Holy shit, that'd be fucking cool." And I'm like, "Yeah." So from then on, I kind of kept this in my head. And it kind of grew and grew and grew. And I came up with an idea. I came up with a town. I came up with a vision of it and how it would portray on screen if we ever got there. But I kind of left it there. You know, when you get an idea sometimes and it just kind of lingers, but you don't really act on it. It just kind of keeps growing. Every once in a while it pops in your head and you think about it for a minute. You jot down a little note so you just kind of remember. yeah, that kind of shit kept happening year after year after year, and it just kept growing and growing and growing until finally I had an idea for a story. I actually got a little, tablet, and I started writing on it some of the ideas I had, and I put them down, and I just kept looking at it, and I'm like, man, one day if we can make this, it would be cool. No one's ever seen anything like this. It'd be fucking great. Kind of taking Scarface and put it in the Old West kind of a thing. And then other movies started to really pop in my head that over the years as I watched them. And The Stranger's influenced by so many great movies. There's Westerns out there, of course, Unforgiven, 310 to Yuma. What else I like? One of the newer ones, The Harder They Fall. Just this vibe, this really cool aesthetic that is put in these movies, from tone to atmosphere to films that even push the limits on what a Western could be with its action, kind of like Sam Raimi's Quick and the Dead, And then there's other movies, like I said, Scarface, that are outside the Western genre that really influenced The Stranger. And there's another one called Drive. That movie alone, The Stranger with no name coming into town. It wasn't a Western, but it still had that vibe. These are all the type of films that ended up influencing this story that I came up with. It really pushed the level of creativity in my head to that point where I'm like, I have to write this one day. I have to do it. What's up, K-Dog? You still in here, bro? Yeah. Anyway, the fun part is that we started making movies a little bit better in time. After 2018 or so, we started to really push it. And we got to a point where it felt like we could make some movies, make some really good stuff. And now that we finished Jason Voorhees' Nightmares, which is one of the biggest movies we've done, and we really tried a lot of stuff that we've never attempted before, and we pulled it off on a minimal budget. It started to make me realize, yeah, we can make a fucking movie on a low budget and really make it pop. So I started to write this thing. I started to tell more people about it. I started to get them involved, and everybody seemed to get excited about the idea. And here we are. Okay, so a couple days ago, I finished the first draft of a screenplay that I should have written probably a long time ago. But there was a reason I didn't write it then, and it needed to happen now, because this shit is probably some of the best writing I've ever done. I'm super excited about how this turned out, what it entails. It captures every idea, almost every idea I've had in this thing, and it flows so well, even in its first draft. So it had to happen. So I want to talk about like the writing process too. I started writing this thing earlier in the year, and I think I wrote about 20, 30 pages maybe in a few months. It started to come out a little bit. And yeah, Kelvin, we can do this, bro. Started to come out a little bit, and I got excited, but then we started making Nightmares, and we were into that, so I couldn't really focus on it the way I wanted to, because I wanted to put all my attention into the last of the horror films. But then I knew I had to get this done, because we got to get started on pre-production on this thing. It's important for us to start getting people involved, maybe start thinking about how we want to finance this film. All that kind of stuff needed to happen soon if we're going to maybe start filming this coming 2026. So anyway, I got stuck around page 40, and it wasn't writer's block. It was more or less, how do I want to go with this thing? And I don't know how you guys write, you filmmakers out there or writers. I had an idea, but it got to a point in the story where it could have went in so many different directions, right? And every one of those directions I liked. So I wasn't stuck because I had nothing to write. I got stuck because I had so many ideas I couldn't choose the one I wanted to do. And I had to sit on it for months before I could really dig in. I might write a few lines or a little paragraph here and there, and then go back and reread what I wrote. And I'm like, yeah, I'm digging this, but which direction do I want to go from here? It was really hard. And again, it wasn't because I didn't have any ideas. It was because I couldn't pick the idea I wanted. Matt McKinney, what is up, bro? CCC Studios is going to be making a statement this year. We're all going to absolutely crush it with The Stranger, even past that. Other projects like It will be stellar. Absolutely, dude. Let's fucking go. And Kelvin said, Matt McKinney, that's right. Fucking right, dude. Anyway, so here we go. It came to a point where I just sat the fuck down. And if you're a writer, maybe you guys understand this, where you kind of force yourself not to get sidetracked and really just dig the fuck in. And I sat down and I made a choice. I'm like, this is the way I want to go with this story. I'm going to take that idea and I'm going to roll with it. And I wrote probably about 5 pages that were solid. And then something fired up in me. I got excited. I couldn't stop thinking about it. Like, I'm sitting there making dinner and all. I think of a stranger. Kids are talking to me. Sam's talking to me. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm thinking right now. It just absorbed me. The next morning, I woke up at 5:30 a.m., wired, jacked up, and I started writing. I wrote 20 pages that day. I don't think I've ever done that much. I couldn't stop. It just came out of me like diarrhea. It was just flowing. And from that point on, I finished it within a week. And now it's done. 95 pages of The Stranger. It's complete. And I couldn't be happier about it. It's captured, I think, every moment I wanted to capture in the story. And the themes are there. The characters are fleshed out enough for people to recognize who they are. And the dilemmas, conflicts, and resolution is there. And it flows, and it has the vibe I hoped for. And when I say vibe, it captures that 80s kind of Scarface feel, gangsters, mob, but in the 1800s, 1866 to be exact. It brings a multitude of characters together, and just this bleak, dire feel of in the need of a hero, which is what I really wanted to capture with The Man with No Name, hence The Stranger. With a cool backstory that not only captures some historic moments in our real history, but amplified with this, narrative flair of a different kind of history, right? I really wanted cocaine in the West. And the funny thing is, history-wise, it's there. It came in different forms, but it was there. But powdered cocaine was available back then. What if cocaine infiltrated the United States early on, Western Europe? And that was the new type of product that kind of fueled the progression of the United States. What would that have done to us? Had a good foundation. So I went ahead and went with that storyline, and it worked. And now I've got a Western here that I honestly can say could be one of the biggest films we've made, and one of the biggest productions that we could produce as an independent film company. And I'm super stoked about it. Couldn't be more stoked. Also got in here, Jeffrey Messenger. What's up, man? Shit's dope, bro. Dude, I'm so stoked. I had to get on here and talk about it a little bit. I can't help it. I got to get it out. Matt McKinney again. There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people to see if they could create something bigger than the ideas the Hollywood system could never. Yeah, man. And maybe that gives us that edge. We can do stuff that they can't do right now because, money restraints or whatever. But I honestly believe that, what we have in our grasp is a film that, could be made, but do they have the balls to make it? Would it resonate? And yet at the same time, this is something that we can do on our level with the right resources and the right team of people and just a little bit of money to make it all happen. I have enough connections on my end to, have people that I know who have horses. We know a lot of people that have all the garb we need, wardrobe, things that will elevate this to give it that authentic feel. Props. We're going to have to buy some props, and we're going to have to be able to get the actors to match the roles that they have, which we have already casted a good handful of people. And these are people that we've known over the years that have worked with us. And, these are chats I had early on about, The Stranger before I actually wrote the whole thing. And, they had jumped on board immediately. So we're obligated to them because they've helped us so much. And the shit just got rolling, guys. And I think this is something we can do, Matt, and everybody else out there. This movie is a big movie, but it's something that I think we can do on a level where we can show off the talents in the Pacific Northwest to a point where people won't question what you can and can't do without money anymore. They won't. But we still need money. God damn it. We need some. We got to get this done right. So when I say low budget, I'm not talking about like 20 grand. We need $100,000 to $200,000 to make this. And that's still considered a super low budget movie. But I think with that amount of money and the connections we have, we can make this work and really make something that blasts across the screen in a way that people are like, holy shit, this is a low budget movie. Yeah, I think we can. And the story alone will grab you. cocaine, Old West, heroes, anti-heroes, villains. Come on. And a great soundtrack, great score, great vibe. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be so cool. Okay, so here's the deal. For those of you out there that are interested in this project, and I'm talking about people who would love to work behind the camera on set, people who would like a chance to act in the movie or be a part of the movie in some way on screen, we will be kind of holding audition, but loose. And when I say that, because we don't really audition, I can't stand that process at all. However, we're going to have roles that need to be filled. Some will be, speaking lines. Some will be extras. Some will be background. But it's going to be a highlight for you to be a part of it. You will get screen time. People will see you in this movie. Those shout outs and those call outs will be probably happening within the next few months, I would say. And once that occurs, I recommend that each and every one of you jump on it by following the directions that we put out there. So you will find those kind of that information on my Facebook page, on the Strangers official Facebook page, and our upcoming new website that we've got coming up soon. Kelvin Galoza has been our website designer, and he's been kicking ass on it. It's going to be released soon. We'll keep everybody updated on there as well for opportunities that are going to be coming up for this film. It's going to be great. Matt McKinney, got to be fighting for our right to get the money. Goddamn right. So the steps I've taken so far, we've got a few people casted, a few characters casted as well. How that works. We've got a script ready, and we've got a hell of a pitch deck that's sitting here ready to go. We're going to be making steps right now in the next few weeks to be able to hopefully gain meetings with people who may be interested in backing this film and be excited about backing. We've got a few people on board already that are willing to jump in as executive producers to help finance this thing and get it produced. But the big money is going to come from equity investing. And we're going to be talking to a lot of people about the opportunity to equity invest in this film and why it's a good film to invest in. We've also going to have a crowdfunding campaign coming up probably late spring to get the ball rolling on this to supplement some of the income we're going to need to continue financing the whole production when we start. Once we gather all that, we're going to start firing up cameras and start filming this shit. We've got locations already in mind. All this will be filmed in Washington State. We're going to be able to pull off a Western town in this state with some of the locations that we have, and also some of the effects that we're able to do to pull off a vaster scope on screen than what we are filming at. So we've got sets, but we got to make them look bigger, stuff like that. So if you guys are interested in becoming a part of this film early on, keep an eye out in the next few months for maybe some light things. And I say auditions, I'll probably say, hey, we're accepting a few for I hate auditions, guys. I'm so sorry. But there's going to be a way to do it. I'm going to have people help me do it because I can't stand them. But we're going to figure it out. And there's going to be a few opportunities for speaking roles in this film for people outside of our normal cast. And we'll also have a shit ton of extras for that we like I said before. So there's going to be opportunities. So keep an eye out for that stuff on those platforms I told you. My Facebook page, the Strangers official Facebook page, and our website, CCC Studios. The CCC Studios. That'll be the new line coming up soon. And I will get that up on all our platforms as well, so you guys know how to find it once the website is complete. Yeah. We got great stuff coming. And I'm doing this right now, and I'm so excited for The Stranger. But we still got Jason Voorhees sitting here waiting, and it's ready to fucking go. We're so close. You know what I mean? So that's still coming. And I'm excited to share that with you. You guys are going to shit your pants when you see that. You're going to be more excited for The Stranger after you see Nightmare. Okay? We've got a short film. I've got to get ready for it. I'm going to day one shoot is this Sunday. I got to get ready for that still. And here I am still blabbing about The Stranger, which is months and months down the road. But I can't help it. I'm so stoked. I'm so fucking stoked for this. I have to get this out today. This will be the last day I do it. Heath Martin, let's fucking go. Super stoked about this, guys. And the thing that's really getting me more and more excited is the amount of backing I'm already seeing for this project. And that's you guys. The excitement I feel from all of you. And I know for a fact that each one of you would love to be a part of this. But I still appreciate the vibe, and I get the energy, and I hope that we can all we can get you guys all a part of this some way, somehow. And if we can't, I hope you still follow this film. Okay, I hope you become a fan of this film, because this is a very special project that we're making. It's something bigger. It's something different, something new, fresh, exciting. And we're going to do it on a level that most people wouldn't attempt to try to do this, because without that type of money that they would need, I think they can do it. I know we can fucking do it. Whew. We got this. We got to get to Nighthawk. The stranger's coming, like the wind. You know, it's going to blow in like a fucking thunderbird and make balance. This is the story I've always wanted to tell. In this kind of place, this neo style, this almost mythical, authentic Western era, mixing genres of the 80s with the Old West, bringing this vibe, this really cool, exciting vibe that could really resonate well with most people out there and get it, especially my age. They're gonna fucking get it. And it's going to be great, man. It's going to be great. Keith Martin said the script is fantastic, ambitious. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. And some people have read the script, guys. It's really fucking cool. The feedback I'm getting from them. This was draft one. Steve hasn't even touched this yet. I'm really like this is mine. I'm the writer on this one, but I can't help but get Steve involved because he's a great writer too. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm really proud of my writing on this. This holds up. If this was our shooting script, I know we could make the changes on set and get this movie done if something needed to be tightened up. But I'm super excited for it. But Steve's going to get his hands on a little bit, kind of connect some things. We'll maybe move stuff around a little bit, make it all vibe a little bit better. But it's good to have someone else taking a look at it that's experienced writer like Steve, and see what we can come with it, make it the best it can be. And that's the whole thing. So that's next, guys. We're going to keep plugging away on it. Candace, how you doing? You bet your head I'll be there for the casting call. I know you will. I can't wait to meet you too. Thank you for everything and your support, Candace. It's awesome. That's kind of it, guys. I want to get the stranger out there just a little bit and give you guys a heads up of what's going on. That's kind of the vibe. That's everything, I think. This story's been with me forever. And it's crazy to think that it may be becoming what I always wanted it to be. And now I cannot unsee it. It's going to happen. I just want it to be what it has to be. I didn't want to try to make this if it couldn't be something big. I've seen a lot of indie Westerns where they're just stuck in the woods. They got a horse, which are fine. But, I need a fucking town. I need a great set. And not the whole movie. It just needs to be there. We have to establish that they're around this town of Nighthawk, this place in the West that's a boomtown growing. 1866. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. That's the biggest deal. What's up, Joshua? Big love to you too, man. And I think we're at that point where we can make it happen, guys. We got enough talent. We've got enough energy. We've got a great story. We've got great people backing us so far, from the actors to the crew. We've built this team at CCC for a very long time for a reason. And I think it's after Nightmares. This is time to show everybody what the fuck we can do up here in the Pacific Northwest. We ain't fucking playing. All right? We ain't playing. At least I'm not. I got to pull this off. I'm going to be 53 in March. Come the fuck on. Tell me we can't do this. It's time. Anyway, The Stranger. Check out our official Facebook page. Check out my Facebook page, CCC Studios, the CCCstudios.com will be up shortly. We still have our other website up, cccentertainmentgroup.com. But that's going to be altered and changed here very shortly. Kelvin Galoza, like I said, is killing it on the website. It's great. And we're going to kick some ass. Let me go to comments here before I shut it down. Kelvin Galoza says, got no idea how amazing these projects are going to be. I'm telling you, Kelvin, they have no fucking idea, dude. Oh my God. We'll kick it off with fucking Nightmares. They'll see that in April. They're going to ship. And then from there, we'll be like, okay, you guys can do it, Wes. I'm like, goddamn right, we can. Yeah. And Amanda, what is happening? Good afternoon to you, sweetheart. Good to see you. Thank you for always sharing and being a part of what we're doing. I appreciate it. We all do. All right, guys. Indie Filmmaking Live. Keep writing. If you get stuck, figure out why you're stuck. Are you stuck because you don't know how to do it or where to go? Or do you have too many ideas that you don't know where to go? Hopefully it's the latter. Because once you pick one, you'll fly. You'll find that path. You'll find that route and you'll flow. Just like the wind. Just like the stranger. Be a thunderbird. You know what I mean? Fly. Make those wings flap and do their thing. Alter the earth. Cool shit. All right, guys. Thank you for listening as always. Indie Filmmaking Live will be back next week. Around the Reel will be back this Wednesday again with another podcast. And Jason Voorhees Nightmares is coming. And we got a new short film called Hit It. We're going to start filming this week. That's how we do it, guys. That's how we fucking do it. Let's go.
Indie Filmmaking with Aaron Carlson, a CCC Studios production. Let's fucking go.